whisper something in your ear.
Good God almighty. You know, they put themselves in danger, girls like that.
It was a perverted thing to say.
You'd think you'd learn by that age, right?
Please lay down. What are you doing?
It's okay, hey, you're safe.
What are you doing?
What's going on, everyone? Jim Alexander here with Real Talker, and today we are reviewing Promising Young Woman. Sounds promising. This film has been talked about for a long time and finally gets its release at the end of the year. Originally, it was supposed to release earlier, but due to the pandemic, it got pushed back. But it's okay. We have it now to talk about. And certainly first impressions are this movie certainly promising on many accounts. It's a thrill ride. It is a film just completely planted with twists and some major twists, especially in the third act, in the final act. I think there's 3 consecutive twists that happen that really shift things upside down, and you won't see them coming. I mean, I'm pretty good. I've seen enough movies at this point to know or sense when something's coming up, but this one got me in a lot of ways. So well done, Emerald. Just fantastic word. Emerald Fennell, the director and the writer of the movie. And for you, that some of you out there that might think that, oh, that's a name I heard of or seen. That's right. She's been an actress and she's appeared in several shows, Killing Eve, The Crown. So Emerald Fennell, definitely a recognizable name. She's previously written and directed a short and a few other things, but this is her big prominent kind of film, feature length, just star-studded and just a fantastic job done all way around, if we can say that. So let's break it down. Let's go into what I liked about it, maybe what I didn't like. So the story of the film. Okay, let's delve in with that. So the plot centers around a promising young woman, as they call her, a young, attractive young lady that's initially we think is maybe kind of in a difficult place in her life, or questioning certain things about her life, or maybe hasn't grown up in a lot of ways. She's basically hanging out at bars and appearing drunk. Appearing is the key word. Appearing drunk and letting guys kind of pick her up. And in a sense, she is allowing that. But yeah, we soon find out that she's not really drunk either way. She pretends to be drunk and allows these sleazy douchebag guys to hit her up. And of course, what do they want to do? Take her back home or to their place or to a motel and guess what? Have sex. But then Cass calls him out on it and really leaves her impression. This is sort of, and that's kind of the storyline of this film. That's how it starts out. We see Cass, who's played by Carey Mulligan, in a fantastic way. We see Cass as this kind of a character where, what's her motive, right? Why is she allowing these guys to pick her up at these bars, these sleazy douchebags? Why is she pretending to be drunk? We certainly soon learn that it's all has to do with her longtime childhood friend, Nina, who we don't get to see. She's not in a picture. There's a lot of spoken about Nina, and something happened to Nina, and this is what motivates Cass to do the things that she does. There's a purpose, a rhyme, and a reason for all that. And one thing develops into another and a whole lot of twists along the way. Let's just say that Cass isn't who we think she is. And she's got a lot of layers to her, but I'm going to delve into that in the next segment, which is the actors and acting and the character. So let's dive into that. I love the casting for this film. I think it is tremendous all around. Carey Mulligan as the lead is just absolutely fantastic. We're talking about a potential Oscar nod kind of performance, because in a year like this where all these sort of movies are streaming are available now to get consideration to haven't maybe before, what better year to have someone like Carey Mulligan, who's a fine and just fantastic, talented actress in every sense. She's one of the best of the best. To have her get nominated. This is a very kind of different film. This is a thriller, a part comedy, part drama. It's got a lot of layers to it. Suspense, mystery for sure. But Carey Mulligan just knocks it out of the park. Fantastic in this role. Let's talk about some of the supporting actors, and there's a great list of actors in this film. You see cameo appearances from really good and fine actors like Sam Richardson, Adam Brody from OC fame. You see Max Greenfield have little parts. Of course, Cassandra's parents are played by Jennifer Coolidge and Clancy Brown, so two very recognizable names also. But just a long list of great supporting actors. Molly Shannon's in it. You even have McLovin, Christopher Mintz-Plasse, I think that's what you call him. But he's in it just for little scenes. I think all of them kind of appear. They serve their purpose too. I think each character has a purpose in this film, no doubt about it. But it's cool to see so many recognizable faces. And even Alison Brie has a brief moment in a few scenes in the film that are pretty actually relevant to the story and the character. But outside of Carey Mulligan, I think the big name or the other actor that appears the most outside of her is Beau Burnham. I think a part of her is also sarcastic especially when she's hanging out with Ryan. You see that different side, but she has a tough skin. You can tell that this woman's about business. She means business. She's serious. At times you kind of dislike her. She seems like a villain in a lot of ways too. And at points I was thinking, why am I rooting for her? Why is she a character that should resonate? Why is she a character that has redeemable qualities? Does she? She's flawed for sure. But there's a lot of points. I love how Carey Mulligan just gives so many layers to Cass. And from scene to scene, you're kind of debating, who is she really? What is she doing? What's her motive? But I think towards the end, you really learn about Cass, and it kind of validates all that she does throughout the movie. And it's one of those movies where I can't give away many of the story plots because it might lead into a surprise later on, and I don't want to spoil that, but the acting was tremendous all around. And also, not to forget, Laverne Cox, also a fantastic role. She plays Cass's co-worker / boss at the coffee shop. So Laverne Cox adds a lot of cool kind of lighthearted comedy, and she's just a character you kind of notice and gravitate to whenever she's on screen. So fantastic work also by Laverne Cox. Now, what are the takeaways from this movie, right? So it's clearly a movie that has a message, right? It definitely is a female empowerment kind of film, but a movie that we've seen kind of movies like this before, but rarely do we see a female character in the lead of it. This is kind of a revenge movie in a lot of ways. That usually maybe a male character would play a role like this, but this woman's a badass in so many ways, but not only just like what she does. She's not some action hero, right? It's psychological what she does. She has a deep-rooted emotional attachment to Nina and hurt in her, and her actions are that of a femme fatale at times. And it's really, the takeaway of it is that movies like this aren't done often. The only one kind of that similar genre, in a way similar parallels, would be I Spit on Your Grave. And there is in a sense, you can put these movies alongside each other, and there's a lot of things that they both try to tell you on the similar path and level. I'm just trying to make this sound without giving anything away. This is not the easiest thing because I want to talk so much about this movie. But I Spit on Your Grave would be a franchise in a sense that's kind of the most similar to what's happening here, what Emerald was probably trying to go for in a way, just a lot less violent, more comedic. And this film could have been a horror story in a lot of ways. Like I Spit on Your Grave is basically a horror movie. But what I loved about this film is that it offers such a deep character analysis in a sense. It's got flushed out characters, but it's a character study in so many ways on psychology, human psychology, what it means to be scorned and hurt, what it means really when people don't suffer consequences for their actions. You know, how in society, it's definitely a commentary on society, and especially about men, how men tend to get away with things that women wouldn't, or that get swept under the rug. And in the time and place we are now, especially more than ever in society, this is a sort of message that resonates. This is a sort of message that needs to be heard and seen. And, you know, it obviously started a lot with the whole Harvey Weinstein stuff that he did, and the horrors of what he committed. And it really, a movie like this brings that into consideration. The way, not only in Hollywood, but in society, how, you know, women who are accomplished, women who whose lives get ruined by men in that way, in this story too, that it kind of showcases and depicts. But it's a powerful message that Emerald Fennell, like Farrell Fennell, I was thinking Colin Farrell for a second. Emerald Fennell. I'm going to spell it if I have to. I'm looking up exactly. We'll get back to her name just later on. But yeah, so that's a takeaway from that for sure. Now, should you see this movie? What about is appealing? Absolutely. It's one of the finest, and I'm using the word finest a lot, but it is in so many levels. It's one of the best movies I've seen in 2020/2021, in literally the calendar year. It's just so tantalizing. It's got a little bit of everything. It's got a ton of suspense. The twists are so shocking and unpredictable in a lot of ways, and how it all ties in. And I'm telling you, in the last 10 minutes, that movie completely blew me away. I don't think you might see what happens. It's kind of a shocking thing that we don't see in movies that happens here. Once again, not trying to give away anything, but I was stunned watching, especially the final twist in a way. And there's like 3 twists in about the last 20 minutes of the movie that kind of top each other. But it's such a good movie. It's one of these that you can't walk away from. You can't pause. You can't leave because it just keeps you wanting more. Like when they say movies keep you at the edge of your seat, this movie literally does, because it's so well written, and there's clues throughout, but there's never a giveaway. There's never a giveaway early on that, oh, I know where this is going. Oh, I know where this is going to end up. You know enough to keep you along on the ride, but you don't know the full story. And even finding out about who Nina was and is, and why she's so important to Cassandra's character, that's another great reveal along the way that really shows you the motivation for Cassandra and why she does what she does. Overall, I think this is a can't miss movie. It's a home run. Negatives about it, really hard to fish for him. I just think the performances were so stellar. And, you know, I'm not going to say that, oh, just because Cassandra's character sometimes makes you think, or at least made me think, that she could be a villain, like, oh, she's taking things over the edge, and maybe it's a turnoff at times, but watch the movie and you understand why things happen the reason they do. I'm not going to nitpick for flaws. I think this is as good as it gets when it comes to this kind of genre of the suspense and mystery and what it delivers with the messaging. Because sometimes movies just go for shocks or twists and turns, but this one really went for a lot of different themes, and themes that are relevant, and themes that are important. And that's the sort of thing you can appreciate what Emerald was trying to do with this film. And I just thought overall it was much better than I expected. It wasn't as sexualized also, you know, the kind of the trailers initially showed it like, this woman's a floozy or whatever you want to call it, that she gets around or whatever. And she's got this psychotic thing. She's going to take it out on men for whatever reason, but it is not what you think it is. This movie, at least it wasn't what I thought it would be. It's so much more than that. And, Promising Young Woman is more than a promise. It delivers on every account. Visually, it's got this cool kind of poppy 80s vibe to it. It's got this glow to it. It's hard to explain, but you will see when you watch the movie what I mean to it. It's got this cool kind of look and feel. It's popish, and it's kind of like, it's hard to elaborate, but you'll know what I'm talking about when you see it. It just the construction of it. It's got this cool vibe to it, the looks of it, and it just pops in so many ways. And yeah, I mean, maybe on a small scale, you'd want to know more about Nina, and that isn't shown in the movie. The relationship she had with Cass kind of more delved into, or at least show some clips from the past of them together. I don't want to give out a spoiler here again, so I'm gonna be quiet on that one. But yeah, a little bit more backstory on Nina. I think she's more relevant, at least to be seen on screen in that way. And even as a flashback or sort of memory, it would have been cool to see that and get a sense who Nina is, because we only connect through her through Cass, but it would be nice to connect through her visually and just get to see who this person was. And maybe a couple scenes, a brief moment or so would have helped. So that's my little nitpicking negative part of the movie, where there really is not much negative about it at all. It's a fantastic movie, one of the best I've seen, definitely in the calendar year. So that's pretty impressive. I highly recommend it. This is a thumbs up, 5, 10 stars, 5 stars, whatever you want to call it. When I'm giving percentages, check out the percentages on the article, on the breakdown. It's going to be in the 90s. So there you go. So it's a hit everywhere else. So it's pretty much almost a flawless movie on so many accounts. And the music's cool too. Pay attention to the music, the kind of background music or soundtrack score in this movie. It's fitting. It really is. Some tunes that are pop culture tunes that you will recognize. So don't sleep on the music there too, because that's an awesome aspect of this film. But yeah, that's my review of Promising Young Woman. Check it out. It is fantastic. Great acting, great plot, great story, awesome twist. And I'm one for twists, but this one really will give you a run for it, for all the twists of all time money, and it will have you thinking afterwards, you know, and how it ends. It's still, there's a little bit of mystery to it. So I'm going to, you know what I said, I'm going to look up Emerald again. Fennel. Yeah. I mean, like, I was just thinking fennel, like, you know, in the sausages, the fennel that they put in. Yeah, that stuff. Okay. But yeah, Fennell. So Fennel, not Farrell, Emerald Fennell. Terrific actress, but even a better filmmaker from, if this is any sign of what's to come for her down the road. But Carey Mulligan, one thing I will say before I leave, kind of surprised. I didn't initially, I mean, knew it was Carey Mulligan, but she's got long hair. And I remember seeing her with short hair for so long now, it seems, in several movies. And it almost took me aback. It didn't seem like Carey Mulligan initially. So, but then the fantastic acting will make you quickly realize it's her. But her look is kind of unlike in other films we've seen too. So that was kind of cool. In a way, she's like a bit of a chameleon in this film. The way, and maybe we haven't seen enough of her in a lot of mainstream movies too. She's such a good actress. She does so many good kind of maybe indie artsy films. But this one is an indie, but it's like a mainstream cool indie in that sense. But I loved how many fantastic actors are in this, but not maybe huge star names. Like a Beau Burnham is a great actor, and you will see it in this movie, but not to everyone a mainstream name. So I love the incorporation of these really good actors, quality actors from different backgrounds. I mean, you have Molly Shannon from comedy and Jennifer Coolidge also, and then you have Max Greenfield. So there's a lot of comedic actors in this film, but also you just have a great variety of everything. So awesome film. Check it out. Promising Young Woman. Check out the review below and subscribe and like, and you know what to do the rest. Jim Alexander here for Real Talker. I'm out.
Feeling like I might want to get back into it.